What a way to start. Hello, everybody. Jeff Kravitz, 420 Live. Welcome to another adventure. It's another day. What's going on today? Nothing. Nothing much. Just saw an amazing speech from the candidate that's probably, hopefully, going to lead us. We're keeping it real today. I have no guest. It's just me. And, actually, this is the way this all started. It was just me and you and an ashtray and a lighter and a package of doobies. So we're going back old school today. We're going back to the way it was. I thought that, my friend Neil Cohen was going to come in from Tip Top Cocktails. Where's the front? Tip Top Cocktails. I'm a natural pitchman. From Tip Top Cocktails, got hurricaned. And a lot of my friends got hurricaned in New Orleans. I think are still without power. Maybe, they're still without power or Wi-Fi. My friend Rob Steinberg said he had a fridge full of spoiled goods, things that were going bad. He's like, I'm going to lose all the things in my fridge. And, I had a great idea for Rob to come on and do a gag, but that's what it is, folks. Anyway, as you know, I'm Jeff Kravitz. It's 420 Live. I come to you Monday through Friday to distract you from everything that's going on out there in the world. I've been doing this for 7 months. I'm literally going crazy. I've hit the point of no return, folks. And I'm taking you all with me. You seem to want to come along so far for the ride. So I'm going to take you down even further down the Kravitz wormhole. And, I thought it'd be fun maybe to take a look at how we started. And let's see, the first one I have up here, the first show. This is gold, folks. We're going to check out how I started doing the show. All right. Because that's how I used to come to you. And I really didn't screen the clip to look at it first, but you and I are going to discover this together. We're going to have a little fun today. We're going to go back. We're going to see what I was when I was doing this. Let's see where Kravitz's head was back in the day.
Little Neil bringing us in on a Sunday. Crazy Horse. Everybody knows. Everybody knows this is nowhere. Neil Young, Crazy Horse. I'm sure I'll get sued for that. So, everybody out there in the world, I hope your country is taking care of you. Everybody in America, I hope you're all taking care of yourselves. It's every man for themselves out there these days. And it's good that we have different people in the world that can help us to sort through all the things that are happening to us. So, I've been reading a lot about where the budget money's going, where the $2 trillion is going and all that kind of stuff. And there's so much pork, and a lot of it's Democratic pork. I get it. They saw an opportunity there to bang them up against the wall, and they did. So I really think that, it's unbelievable. We are all backed up against the wall. So nobody knows when they're going anywhere. I don't know about you guys, but my family is totally sick of me and my antics. They just are frustrated. Today I did a dance class and pulled my calf. They finally got me off the couch to do a dance class, the girls. And next thing I know, I'm like, ow, oh, I felt like an old fart. So we are at 4:13.
We can see why I was so entertaining back in those days and so many people watched me.
To stay on my topic of what's happening in the world and how people are helping. Because that's really the main thing. How are people helping? And there's a lot of people out there that are shy of resources. Probably the shyest resources of anybody is a musician. Your mother always told you not to date a musician, and there's a reason why, because they don't have any money saved. And while they might be sexy and fun and hot and everything like that, they just, they're going from gig to gig, and it's really hard for them, and it's hard for the families, and it's hard for everybody involved. So fortunately, We have a company out there. I pulled up their website today before I bring our guests in. I'm going to show you what
really
we're talking
good stuff,
about.
huh?
We're talking about Backline, and Backline comes together. It's a resource for musicians and their families, and the artists, the crew, the managers, promoters, family, everybody, to help people out. There's been a lot of suicides. There's been a lot of bad stuff happening in the music scene, and there is really no support network. Everybody's kind of out there for themselves. So you either have something built in or you don't. And if you look at the different things that are happening online right now, the stuff like Ben Baruch, what he's doing over there with his management, 1111, they are raising money. They're having shows every night, and people are coming in and they're donating and they're raising money to help the musicians that are out of work. And then on Sofa King and on your streaming show on Facebook, these guys, Travis and Ed Mayer, are creating opportunities for musicians to go up there and people to focus in and be able to give them money to tip them, basically. Throw a little cash in the tip jar every time they hear them play a song or they request songs. Travis Larendine,
nice cup,
had a video chat yesterday with a woman to help everybody figure out how they can broadcast through Twitch.
All right, Kravitz.
How to plug your
Enough here. Okay, good. I think you get the point. I've been at it now for 160 odd shows. Really, that's the same guy. There's not much that's changed about me. I'm still talking about the same things. I'm still talking about Backline. I'm still talking about mental health. I'm still talking about keeping people sane, about musicians staying sane, and about taking care of musicians. And this show was back in March. My guest was Hillary Gleason. My good friend Hillary Gleason came on to talk about Backline that day. So it's yes, Jason, thank you. New glasses, yes, from Darren. Frame and Lens, my friends at Frame and Lens. Nice job, huh? I don't really wear the glasses anymore because I was reading the comments a lot back in those days, so I needed the glasses to see, and I can make it out. Anyway, my train of thought. Thank you for taking a stoner out of his game halfway through some of this delicious bud. And that was one of the things I talk about too, is what I was smoking. And one of the things that's happened, really funny, over the past 6 months, I've become like a cannabis influencer, which I guess doing a show called 420 Live, I'm kind of asking for it, right? I'm just basically saying, send me your cannabis products. I will try them here on the show. And THC Designs, I have a friend, Alex Greenberg. She was a publicist for every DJ in town. And Alex called me up one day and she goes, I want to send you this book. So I got home like 2 weeks ago and there's this big box sitting there. And Jules says to me, this was hand delivered. And I was like, that. And I open it up and as soon as I walk up to it, I'm like, there's weed in this box. There's cannabis in this box right now. So I open it up. Inside was this amazing book on how you can farm and all the secrets that they do to grow THC Designs. They basically took the new website they're going to design and put it into a hardcover book. And it's beautiful with beautiful photographs of bud and how they grow it and the little microbes and everything you need, earthworms and soil and everything. But also included were these beautiful doobies. This is the Crescendo, which is based on the Chem Dog. And it's very tasty and very stony. I smoked that much and I can't remember where I am or what my name is. But they sent me 2 different kinds of bud, 2 8 jars and 12 doobies, plus this amazing book that you can't even get in stores. It's not even available. All because I'm on the show and I want to have the guy on from CBD to THC Designs. See, I can't even remember what I'm talking about. THC Designs. When you want to forget what you're talking about. So I had the folks off from THC Designs and I was like, I want to talk to you on the air because you guys, they grow some beautiful bud. I want to try it. And then I met my friend Brad Melschenker too from 710 Labs. And this oil, I was about to smoke this backwards, but this oil is beautiful and it's just pure, no fillers, none of that glycerin shit, just straight sauce. And the strain here is RYLU times B's, BIES. I think that's bee's knees. I wanted to get to the part here where I was actually smoking weed back then to see what my apparatus was. Hold on. That would be about 10 minutes in. Do I actually? No, I stopped. I think at this point, I actually stopped. I had stopped smoking bud on the show because it was distracting me and I couldn't remember what the hell I was talking about. Crescendo's delicious, right, Shirley? I love it. But I'll tell you what, boy, whoo, it's definitely based on the chem, and you can taste it. It's absolutely delicious. It's so great to have all these different products. Thank you, Jason. Lens and Frame. I said Frame and Lens, didn't I? Lens and Frame. And is it .co or .com? I think you'll tell me. You'll tell me. But anyway, nice to see you all today. Like I said, my guest, Neil Cohen from Superfly, X of Superfly Presents, has started a new company with these little tiny cocktails, which the kids love the size. And they said they're really strong. Dry gin, vermouths, and red bitters. I can't really drink. Like if I drank this old-fashioned whiskey, sugar bitters, if you think I'm losing my mind off of a third of a doob, by the end of this, I would be dropping everything in this place. Anyway, my friend Craig Greenberg, how's that for a segue? He sent me a video. We should check it out because it's very political. It's another lyrical video. But let me swing it up here. Because as you know, people hit me up. They're like, Kravitz, will you talk about XYZ today? So you know what? Today's my day to talk about XYZ. Oh, here, hold on. This is good because you know what? It's going to be a little political. We're going to get into it. Craig, I hope you're watching. Thank you, Johnny Clough. Today we are, I'm shooting from the hip today. We're shooting from the hip. Craig Greenberg, share audio. Check out. You have made your own.
With the things you have said, you have tried, but you're way too compromised. The story is gonna dog you till you're dead. You have lost everyone from the deeds you have done, and you will see a world of guilty pleas that hang you well to dry. You will stand and face the fire, leave your children to the mire. You are tied now to a fate you can't avoid. Play your pieces, but the game is null and void. You have dug your own grave from the way that you behave. You have lied time and time again. It's all gonna come back in the end. All the lies at your door. Another day, 1,000 more. Passively, the truth won't go away. There's too much that's gone wrong. You'll have to face the fire, and they will cheer as you expire. You'll be witness to the trashing every day. Change the channel, but the news will be the same, all the same. pass the blame, but the truth did find a way. Now we're moving on. Now we've come to say goodbye to the hate and to the lies. We will laugh and we will dance into the night. Through the distance we will hold each other tight, so tight.
Craig, thank you. Right on time there, Craig Greenberg. Yeah. And now you want to kill yourself. Thanks, Dennis. Always have the right line for the right time. Nice job there, Craig. I know you're right. Guitar solo was rad. Hey, that's what it is. Everybody's doing their civic duty, taking care of each other, using your art to affect change. I mean, there's nothing greater. If you think about anything, the amount of output right now. Bruce Springsteen's new album, I listened to that the other day. I didn't really get into listening to all the lyrics because with Bruce, you got to like pay attention. And a lot of time it's just in the background. That's why I like the Fish and the Dead, because I can just let that play in the background and just let the jams go and not really concentrate on what it is. But when you're playing something like Springsteen, you really gotta listen. So I was sitting here pondering some of my favorite episodes of 420 Live. And as you all know, or those that have been playing along since the beginning, that Stuart Cope was probably the interview that kind of broke me wide open, because it just not only was an amazing get to be able to have Stuart come on a show where, he didn't know what to expect, or I didn't really have any skill base other than I was a good bullshitter to like keep him engaged. So I'm like, all right, Stuart, I'm going to bring him out, but let's you and me, let's go back and relive it. Cause I don't know how many of you actually saw it, but for me, it was a true career highlight, and really defines kind of where I am in my head here. All right, here we go. You guys ready?
Is a legend. There he is, Stuart Cope.
You're a legend. Among legends.
Well, thank you. Thanks for tuning in today. How's your quarantine going?
Not that impressive, actually.
Is that 12 days growth?
That's actually that's 13 days growth. No, that's 12 days. Good thing since Sunday.
Yes.
That'll be 2 weeks. Not very.
Well, are you going out at all? Are you going on your bike or?
No. Well, I walk the hill, and if we see any of our neighbors, we kind of love each other from afar.
Are you doing any of the hanging out in the driveway from 6 feet apart with people and saying hi?
No, I don't live in that neighborhood. We're kind of spread out here.
Yeah, you're a lot further. You're further up Mandeville. I'm down the bottom here, where we're a lot closer on the grid. Stuart and I are about a mile and a half from each other in a beautiful section of Los Angeles.
Yeah, so. Going together via outer space.
Yes. We have to go up to a satellite to come together from a couple miles away.
I could probably a water bomb from the back of my garden.
So, I missed the whole part about your dad being a CIA agent, and I find it very interesting. One of the quotes I saw was he said that we weren't doing enough assassinating, and
if I feel like to make a dinner party a better dinner party.
That's some conversation right there, I'm sure.
He did say he was very careful to make it clear that he would never assassinate anybody with whom he would mix socially.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. That must have been a hell of a way to grow up. Did you?
Come on. Come on. Stuart's dad's a CIA agent. And then I heard his mom was possibly a Stuart. Sorry, Josh, that was a tape. That was a tape of me talking to Stuart. So that was an old show. I'm here. I was on the side there. I know it's here, the comment.
He worked on Animal Logic, rose-colored glasses. Stuart, he's been on the show twice now. The second time I went up to his house, up to Sacred Grove, and hung out outside while he sat inside. We did the interview. And, as soon as we're all comfortable and testing each other, I think we're all going to be testing each other where we go. But what an interesting guy, and what an amazing interview. And the sound quality, my delivery, my sound quality, the light. I mean, these are all things I had to educate myself about as I was doing the show. I mean, I had no real idea what the hell I was getting myself into. This was all trial by fire, as I like to call it, coming into people's houses, ingratiating myself, annoying a hell of a lot of people, and also coming in at a very inconvenient time for all my friends on the East Coast, which I totally get. But, it's 4:20 here. So what do you do? I'm kind of stuck. Where's my lighter? I'm kind of stuck. I'm like Donald Trump. 2 hands. 2 hands for everything. While I'm on the grass, I'd like to tell you about SynLawn, the synthetic grass. Usually, I like real grass, but I'm also a conservationist. I don't know if you know that about me. It's very, very important that you don't waste water. And let's face it, half of my lawn is in the shade, so it looks like crap most of the time anyway. So what do? We put beautiful SynLawn down, environmentally made, sound friendly, and looks beautiful in your house. And let's face it, you're not using water to keep your green carpet green. And I get it, all you people on the East Coast, you do not need artificial turf, but you might need it on your deck, or you might need it on your, in your playroom to make it look like a little outdoor area because everybody's inside all winter. So you're going to want to make here's a great idea. You take SynLawn and you get your 5 foot by 7 foot piece. They're offering it right now. There's a contest where you can get a 5 foot by 7 foot piece of SynLawn and roll it out in your house in the room, like TV room, and make it like an outdoor area. Put like a yellow light, like a sun, put like a park bench. And then you could have an outdoor area for all my East Coast friends. So you feel like you're going outside when it's freezing out. You can lay on the grass. Go to SYN, SynLawn. Hold on. I believe I have there you go. SynLawn. Go on, enter their contest. I believe there's a /420 or /420 live after the .com that you could use. Because let's face it, you all need a nice roll of this in your house in the winter. And especially you guys out there in Chicago. Right, Chad? SynLawn. I'm sinning on the long. Yes, New Jersey is going. So you voted in New Jersey, Theo. I'm glad to hear that. And yes, legalization on the ballot in New Jersey is a great thing. And my friend Dan LaJoka says, I think it's going to pass in New Jersey. Here, I'll pass. Pass to you. Of course it's going to pass. I grew up in New Jersey. Everybody I grew up with was everybody I grew up with smoked weed. And that's where we all hung out. That's what we did. And we were teenagers. We didn't even have 420, and we were partying at 420 and at 120 and at 820 and all day long. It really wasn't a thing. We managed to find it, made its way, and I'll never forget the first time I saw Sensimelia. And someone gave me a bag and they're like, check out this weed. I'm like, oh, it's green. Why is it green? Why? How come there's no seeds? This is immature. This weed is immature. I was immature. Yes, they want the tax revenue. It's fine. But I got to be honest with you. The tax in Los Angeles is absolutely ridiculous. If you spend $300, you're spending on product. You spend $450 when you get to the cash register for all the excise taxes. And you know what? You can bite me. I'm not paying that. So they're not getting the tax revenue from me. I'm black market. I'm like the pirate. I'm the weed pirate of Los Angeles, just looking for black market. And let me tell you, there's black market everything. Black market delivery. There used to be black market shops, but since the shops all closed, they went to black market delivery. And you know what? There's black market delivery in New York City. If you just Google cannabis delivery,
in New York City. Shit comes up. There's a guy in New York called Jack, Jumping Jack, Lightning Jack. Maybe one of my New Yorkers found him. I found an ad of his that was like 25 years old. So for 25 years, this guy's been doing delivery services in New York. And let me tell you, he had a hell of a supply there. And not bad pricing either. I can't vouch for the quality because I kind of bring my own. Thank you. Thanks, Music Played the Band, because these glasses are courtesy. Were given to me the first week I started because my friend Darren Rosenberg saw how bad my lenses were. And because I was buying, I buy 3 pairs for $20 or $12 and get the glasses. So because I lose them all the time. And then I had to keep them. And out of the 3 pairs he sent, I lost one on the night I ate mescaline on the Chesapeake watching the meteor shower. So they were the little wireless ones I was wearing, or the rimless ones I was wearing in this video right here. Here, let's go back and hear where we were here.
When did you find out that what is Jobless?
Well, long after he retired, which was in my early years, and he carried on doing the same job only for American oil companies rather than for Uncle Sam.
Right.
All these guys do.
Giant conspiracy theory, and you think there's some legitimacy to what's going on? Because the numbers aren't really.
The last time he went out to the market was single one of them.
Hold on, this is the line right here.
A whole routine, and then the stuff inside there, Fiona wash. It's a routine.
Yeah, I know.
But we're like watching a movie. But there's an amazing thing. Here we are living the apocalypse that we saw a million TV series about, but not one of them, not a single one of them, of these science fiction hotshot writers in Hollywood, not a single one of them got the toilet paper thing. Hello? The apocalypse is not even that telegenic.
Well, yesterday I realized I can't find black beans at the store.
All right.
Black
beans.
It's like the hardest thing.
But that's pretty funny. Stuart had a great point. And his point was that if you watch every science fiction movie that ever happened, no one ever nailed that the lack of toilet paper was going to be the thing. Pretty hilarious. I was actually in Costco today, and I have to say the toilet paper supply was looking fine. Charmin was a little bit bigger than the Costco brand. I'm more of a Costco brand. I don't know about you guys, but I'm more of a Costco brand toilet paper guy myself. They were the Kirkland. Kirkland, what amazing company. Nuts, toilet paper, chicken, car tires, beds, vitamins. What doesn't Kirkland make? Chocolate. Absolutely classic. Yes, in California, they put 33% added tax. So what does everybody do? They call your friends. Dennis, he's been running herb since before I was born. Driving 60 pounds of California outdoor weed to Colorado, New Jersey back in the 80s. Car broke down in Newark. First time there. Interesting evening. When I told my friends, they said, "You're still alive." Yeah, Newark. Newark's crazy. It's crazy. Everything they make better than the best. And also, Jason, I think the Kirkland is white labeling. A lot of places that sell their products just make it a batch for Costco. Because think about the amount of product you're selling. So, and it's kind of hard to go in there and, yes, it's a brand name for other companies' products. It's basically what it is because they're selling it in bulk and they make one-offs and, but my underwear, my socks, actually my socks are these little Pumas, my undies, they had the 32 degrees stuff in there. I'm so lost there because I can only go in there for the things I need, and then I'm just kind of like done, and I'm just watching Jules like walk up and down the aisles, and I'm doing Instagram videos because I really don't have anything to shop for. I don't really want to buy anything. I don't really need anything. I have a whole closet of suits and button-down shirts and ties, and I have a whole bag of clothes that need to go to the dry cleaner that I would wear to events that have been sitting there since last award season. Because at the end of award season, you take all your tuxes in and all your suits, and you go wash them up because you're going to put them away for the summer. So I think that it ultimately, I don't know what I'm going to do with clothes anymore. I should just get rid of everything and then just buy everything new as I need it. just dump it all. So there was a toilet paper battle. Now, this is the kind of interesting stuff we get to in 420live.com. Besides the artificial turf, we get into the 420 Live toilet paper battles. Everybody, a vote for. You got to get who gives a crap. Oh yes, from Bamboo. Yes, Kiki has sent. We have tried the bamboo paper. We have bidets, so we're kind of elevated in a lot of that. So most of it's just drying up. I don't know if you guys have a heated seat bidet, but if you don't, you're doing yourself a disservice. And to say my show is totally in the toilet at this point would be an understatement. Maybe I need to crack one of these tip-top cocktails. Old-fashioned. I'm going to have to wait for Neil. Whiskey, sugar, bitters. No, I can't do it. I have to drive home. I could smoke the crescendo. All right, I'm trying to lift the show out of the toilet now, folks. Let's talk about the election. That's literally flushing the toilet, isn't it? That's like the shittiest conversation there is now. My mom said to me today, don't focus on the election. Don't focus on all this. Don't watch this. And like, Mom, it's like my favorite series. I've been watching this series for 4 years, and it's going to wrap up in 4 days. And you're telling me don't watch? You don't know me very well. I have to watch, Mom. I want to see what happens. I might be watching like this, but I'm going to watch. I'm going to see what happens. We're going to figure it out. Yes. Total shit show. Which part? Which part are you totally loving? The total shit show, Ryan? Is that it? Yes. Just me ranting and raving like a madman here, watching my fledgling career as a talk show host literally go down the toilet because it's a total shit show. Yes, I agree. I mean, you couldn't say anything redeeming. I mean, I don't have one redeeming thing to say about this guy. I was hoping somewhere along the line he would find his balls and find compassion. I was wrong, but I didn't vote for him the first time. I didn't vote for him the second time. I voted for Joe Biden. I filled in my ballot. I shared it on my Instagram. I almost put the pen through the paper. I circled that little thing so hard. And it's just enthusiastic to see everybody voting. 75 million people today out there. This is good. It's very, very good. He had a chance to be a hero, and yeah, he's a zero. But, the thing is, and my mom says this, she goes, a lot of people really like it. You see the difference of me high on the air, how scatologically going from subject to subject. And I just forgot what I was going to say. He's not redeeming. It's revulsion, but it's fine with me. I really don't have a problem with it. Everybody's going to do what they're going to do. We're going to vote how we're going to vote, and we're going to pray that sanity reigns, and that's what it is. And we're going to have 80% turnout in some states. I think California is going to be one of those states. I think that this state is incredibly motivated. I think we were ready to succeed. Yes, he was. Yeah, I guess he wanted every man to take care of himself, but we need the leadership from the top. It's what saved New Zealand. It's why they have 0 cases in New Zealand. Australia, too. They closed everything down so draconian, and people complained and people yelled. But you know what? People stayed home and people did what they had to do. And now Australia has got great numbers. And, I really think that we're I don't know what to think. I really don't. My wife used to say I flip-flop more than a waffle, and I really do. Half the time I'm so convinced, and the other time I'm just like so unsure. And I think that that's the insanity and the uncertainty that has popped into our lives now. And I'm scared. And I was talking to my mom about leaving the country today, and she's like, "Well, where are you going to go?" And I'm like, "Anywhere. I'd go anywhere. I don't have but Taiwan's also about to get raided by the Chinese. I think they've already started to go in there." So Taiwan has a lot of problems. So Thailand's not bad, but then their king's going kind of crazy over there, the Playboy King. Like, where would you live if you had to leave? Where would you go? My friend Bill Higgins is down in Guatemala. And I know he's having a ball down there. And he moved just before all this shit hit the fan in December. He had already retired from the Hollywood Reporter, and he was, he's like, Kravitz, you got to come down here. You got to come to Guatemala. We got like a little scene down here. And, I'm game because I really don't see if Rump gets back in and he wants herd immunity, and half the country's not going to care about getting herd immunity, and the other half's going to care. That means we're going to shut down ourselves socially and economically. So Costa Rica does sound nice. I agree. Let's see. Where's that comment? Costa Rica sounds like. I'm not comparing New Zealand's population to us. I was comparing their strategy, Paul. Did you hear me say that New Zealand and America are the same? No, what I'm saying is when you have a leader that leads and tells everybody to do the same thing, it's a lot different when he goes up there and just lies and downplays. Trump downplayed the coronavirus. That's the reason we're in the situation we're in. So that's not true, Danny. I'm going to get a boat. I'll sell it. I get a nice boat, and I will take off from the marina right here, Marina Del Rey, and sail into the sunset. I got a whole plan. I'm a seaman from way back. That's how I started my life. I started life as a seaman, and I'm going to end my life as a seaman. And they do want us. I got friends in New Zealand that told me to come down. And if you go there, you can lock down for a couple of weeks. If I go there in my boat, lock down in the marina for a couple of weeks, they'll let me off the boat to go walk around the land. I'm desperate at this point. I'd take off on a flying saucer if I could. But back to Pookie. Pookie. So hard to talk politics with Pookie. But Pookie, I want my life back. I want the fun back. And New Zealand's got fun. There's people in stadiums. There's 100,000 people in the stadium, arm in arm. And not like Florida, like down at the nightclub 11 down in Florida, where people are going to be up each other's butts all over the nightclub and getting sick. It's going to, or they want to have them in the stadium to watch the Dolphins. No. So yeah, I'm not comparing populations, son. I get the difference. Thank you. If the concert ban goes in the summer, Live Nation is done. And well, not just them, but a lot of small venues too, Ryan. Artist deals on concerts will change forever. Yes. We used to be all in a promoter venue. Now the bands will share this. Concerts forever change. And ultimately, think about it. Are you actually going to need a promoter at the end of this? Why wouldn't the band just say, I'm going to start doing socially or safe shows for my fans? We're going to find spaces. We're going to sell the tickets. We're going to do everything ourselves. We're going to put everybody outside. We're going to take over. I think that little polo field out in India would be perfect for a concert venue where you could socially distance everybody. It's huge. And it's not, I don't know when horsey season is. So concerts are forever changed. It used to be all on the promoters and the venues. Now the bands will share the risk. Yes, but also the bands will have the fan base. When a band like Fish plays, they'll sell 75 to 100,000 tickets if they play. So why wouldn't they do a giant stadium or something like that? But I don't know. I don't know when this is coming back. And from the way this country's handling it, I still don't think you're going to have the big names come into the big numbers like that. So, and I feel bad. All my friends Anita and Nivasak, the National Independent Venues Association and the National Independent Theaters Association. They've been doing a lot of work trying to get the money happening. And talked to my friend Matt Wilson, and he was on a meeting, and he said they're a lot more optimistic than you are, Kravitz. And I was like, wow, that's good to hear. But they must think they're getting some money in when they come back on November 9th, when the Senate comes back. Me, I'm not so sure. I'd like it. No stadium. There's not going to be any stadium anything. And I don't really want to see Fish in a stadium anyway. That's not my thing. I'd rather see them on a field. I think back to the fields. Let's put Fish in Indio. Do it for every weekend. They could just live out there in Palm Springs. It's beautiful. If Paige would leave Vermont, and then Dreas leave New York, and Mike is leave Vermont, Fish is to leave Maine, but why not? What else they doing? I mean, me, I'll play. I'm playing this Saturday. I'm going to play a little music. I got a little thing going on. I can't help it. I have to play. And do you know this Saturday, for the first time since 1944, it's going to be a full moon on Saturday night in in the whole United States. Full moon, Halloween, Saturday night. The last time that happened was 1944. Also a blue moon. The moon is also in Taurus, which is my sign, by the way. And we set the clocks back. So think about all that synergy that's coming out and what's happening. And also Mercury's in retrograde, and that ends on Tuesday. So all the crazy shit that's going on, all this energy in the world that we're having is just so turbulent. I'm sure you all feel it out there. I feel it too. It's kind of crazy. And oh wait, not another one till 2039. But that's still closer than the last one. 2039. Let's see. So that's in 19 years, right? Yes. I'm good with math. 19 years? I'll be 77 years old. And I'll still be here. And we'll still be in a fucking pandemic. Shoot me now. Shoot me now. Should we stay on daylight savings time permanently? I don't know. I mean, it's a short day. It's a short day. I mean, what does it really do? It just makes it awkward. You know, now, and the thing is, which is really weird, after the summer, I start getting up earlier and earlier just as we get into fall. Like, and during the summer, I'm able to sleep till 9 o'clock, no problem, 9:30 sometimes. And now I'm waking up 7:30, 8 o'clock. I'm up. But I also like to stay up a little bit later. So, all right. So where are we? We got this election going on. It's very important. It's very stiff. It's got a lot of stiffs in it. And look, I hear everybody. I heard my mom. I don't all the people in the world. These are the best two candidates you can come up with. That's my mom. That's the best two candidates you can come up with, Jeffrey. I'm like, I didn't pick a mom. But you know what? I'm not arguing the choice. I'm voting for the guy that didn't get COVID. I'm voting for the guy that understands their science. I'm voting for the guy that understands how to unify our country and bring us all together, all us Americans, and stop this red and blue crap. We're not Crips and Bloods. I mean, come on. The fraction, I read about the gang killings going up in LA. This is all part of it because now everybody's getting so secular. I'm a Crip, I'm a Blood. And I read about all the messages coming out from the racists that they don't really care about the election. They don't really care about Donald Trump. They don't care if he wins or loses. They have an agenda. And their agenda is hate, and their agenda is to wipe off all the other racists on the country or whatever. But got a lot of work to do because, you know, white men, we're a minority now. We're not a majority. We're not the ones running. We might be running the old white men. That's why they're all trying to hold on to it. This is why Trump's trying to stay in power. Mitch McConnell, all these old fucks. That's why they're trying to stay in power because they want to hold on to what they got. They don't want us to have any of it, and they don't want to see it go to women like AOC or Imam. I can't even think of her name. Omar, the one from Minnesota, I think, or Michigan. They just want to polarize. They want to keep it all white and all men, and they want to keep their own little boys club going. But, you know, I really feel that we had to sit through 4 years of torture, 4 incredible years of torture. But the payoff is that we're going to have a lifetime, 100 years, the rest of our existence, where we're going to try to set us for a bed for a comprehensive future where we are human, where we treat each other like human beings, where we stop looking past what we believe, what we worship, how we have sex, what color we are, how much hair we have. Lord knows, bald people have feelings too. And even half bald people that think they have more hair than they do. Those guys especially have a lot of feelings. The 40-something's going to take over. Well, let's hope so, because us 50-somethings, we totally blew it. And I am taking hair donations, by the way. That was my plea. Please, donate your hair to me. I need a rug. I need a rug. So, let's wrap what we've done. We took a look at where we are, taking an analysis of what you're doing. Look right now at your hand. Wow.
My dad did that my entire life, and I can't deal with it. I just can't. You know why? Because I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm not attached to my hair, obviously, because it keeps falling out of my head. But I'm bummed. Another dad joke. Shave my dog. My dog's short hair. Nola. She's a boxer. You don't even know when she's shedding until you see it all over her bed, and then you're like, oh shit, she does shed. There is hair everywhere. All right. Well, I think I'm going to light up this crescendo here. And back in the day, I would just do a bong hit or two. I wouldn't like smoke a joint the whole show. This is your hand has an ash mark from your lighter. Usually I use the wick. This lighter is very special, actually. My friend Aaron Schimmel, who's making the 420 Live rolling papers, actually. We're working on the 420 Live rolling papers right now. Made this for my 50th birthday. JK50 on this side, and on the back it says firing up the second set of life. So it's an 8-year-old lighter. It's like the Hanukkah lighter. Still, I can definitely understand why I stopped smoking on the air. Just because you forget where the fuck you are. You're just like, okay, now what am I going to do for? Technically, I think we're kind of done. Unless there's anything else. When we see yes. Well, Paul. 420 Live branded joints for sale. People demand it. I am working on a Kravitz strain, which I think would be the better was get me a bag of Kravitz. So I had a friend of mine from Colorado suggest it. They could make a strain for me. And I was like, it's the best fucking idea I ever heard. It would be better than having your own weed strain. But I think the more than 420 Live would be the Kravitz, because it's just, give me a bag of the Kravitz. Yo, you try this Kravitz? It's fucking bomb. Or did you try this Kravitz? It's swag. What the fuck? Why would the guy put his name on this? I was trying to think about what the blend would be. Because like in the morning, I'm like a Jack Durbin kind of guy. And then I kind of go, a little bit heavier things later in the day. I like Jack Durbin it up. Big Steve's guy. Well, we actually have a guy, I believe, coming to my little shindig tomorrow night that's going to bring some of the Jerry, the new Jerry Garcia bud. So, but trust me, there's more weed here than I could smoke. Black market, legal market, I don't care. I'll smoke. It's all good. Yeah. Oh, Schimmel's Dick's 13. Yes, we hold on to those lighters. This Kravitz makes me cough. This Kravitz made me puke. Too funny. Well, doing a guest list show wasn't that painless. I want to thank everybody for making it easy for me today, because it's been incredible. And tomorrow I kind of want to have a Halloween special, but I also have to rehearse my band around the same time. So I don't know if I'm going live tomorrow. I will figure it out. I think if I can put my Halloween special together, I have an amazing idea of doing a Ouija show and channeling some of our old rock stars and bringing them back to life to talk to us. So I'm working on that. If anybody has a good rock star impersonation, hit me up. And thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the love and support, all these shows. 160 some hours of Kravitz is more than enough for anyone to have in their life. It's more than even my family can take. And I hear that all the time. So I appreciate you all tuning in and being for me and just allowing me to fart around here on the show with you today. And thanks. I try to keep it organized, but I can't. When there's a hurricane and then the power's knocked out and your friend calls you in the morning, he's like, I can't make it today. And I was just like, I want to talk to the people today. I want to reach out and make sure everybody's all right and make sure that we're all taking care of each other. I mean, it's a constant theme. When I watch myself, and I really didn't watch that clip with Hillary before I went on the air. And when I watch myself talking about mental health and care, I understand that's why I started this, was because I gave a shit about all my friends sitting there, not working, not on tour, not roadieing, not shooting, not working. And it
affects us all. And, you know, as I like to say, there's a hole this big where the music used to go. And I'm here to help fill that and keep you distracted until it comes back, until we're all back doing our thing. And I hope it's sooner rather than later, because this has been fucking brutal. And you can hear it. You can hear it in my voice. You know, I'm upset because everything's been ripped away from me. And when my mom's like, wow, Donald Trump, he has no bearing on your life. And I'm like, if you listen to science, if you take everything seriously, if you don't make fun of smart people because you know better, then life is going to survive and we're going to get along. And if you try to tell me that the truth is a bunch of lies, like we all know, and you try to pretend you're George Orwell and you're going to slam 1984 down our fucking throats. It was bad enough as a fucking book. It's big enough of a nightmare. Fahrenheit 411, all those, everything that's come, all these dystopian fantasies. Atlas Shrugged. I don't want to live Atlas Shrugged. It's the worst book ever. I'm so uncomfortable book to read. But you know what? I see it now, and I think we all do too. And we've all lived through it now for the past 4 years, and we've seen them tear down our foundations, ruin our environment, shit all over our education, and shit all over housing, and put the worst possible people in. And for me, for one, I'm just going to be happy when there's somebody in there with common sense enough to put a person in charge that knows how to do their motherfucking job and is dedicated to making people's lives better and making the human condition better and getting rid of the homeless problem. And no, I'm not running for fucking president. I don't want the job. I'll take king. You want to make me king? I'll take that, because I can't deal with the politics of you're not right. Yes, if everybody listened to me, it'd be great, because I have compassion and I have a lot of love in my heart. And everybody that knows me knows that. It's the only reason I'm here. I wouldn't come here otherwise. I'm not here to fuck around. I'm here to straighten the fucking world out. One goddamn show at a time. So thank you all for tuning in. It's been incredible to come and be able to communicate with you for the past 7 months. And I'm not going anywhere. It's only going to get crazier. But I want you all to prepare, because the next 4 days, I don't know what's going on, but there's all kinds of crazy shit going on. You see it all over the internet. People are losing their shit. So I want everybody to stay safe out there. Take care of yourself and yours. Have a great night tonight. We will see you tomorrow. That was a fucking loaded show today. Peace, love, happiness to everybody. Big hug there. I love getting emotional, because I feel like it's coming out. It's coming out. And fucking vote. Where is that? Right in the sun. See the sun hitting it? There you go. After late afternoon sun. Get out there and vote. I love you guys. Thank you all for 420ing with me. What the fuck? I'm going to hit the 710 pen. Weed Maps. Find 710 oils. That's one product line you cannot fuck around with. Whew. Thanks, Brad. All right, everybody. We will see you